and welcome to the start of another weekly reading vlog. So I think this is going to be like New Year's weekend. So today is Friday, January 1st. Welcome to 2021. Love it. So excited to be here. It is almost noon and I am going to just start this vlog as a fresh new thing. Hopefully I'll get a lot of reading done this weekend because obviously we have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so I'm really hoping to get a lot done. And so hopefully this will be a good vlog in and of itself. We have also been super busy. So we moved a whole bunch of stuff around yesterday, and I'm getting Ainsley's little schoolroom kind of thing set up. And this morning we did our first calendar time. And I'm a former kindergarten teacher, so I just love that kind of thing. And she is so excited about it. And so today we went outside even though it was freezing, and so she could tell me the weather. And then this is her birthday month, and poor thing, she has to wait till the 30th, but she is just so excited. It's January. We've been talking a lot about winter and all those kind of things. So we're starting very, very, very small with just that calendar time every day. And it was really fun though. So we moved things around, and now we have a bookshelf in the hallway upstairs here, and it's empty. So I'm thinking I might move my middle grade out there, as well as maybe some of our nonfiction, the more devotional things and the Bibles and that kind of stuff. I might move that out there, which means I might have more shelf space in here. So this, I didn't really intend for this to be a spotlight bookcase, but I've been trying to change up my angle and stuff, and there's a window right here, so the lighting is just terrible any other direction. So I'm not sure. I'm going to play with it, but I don't know what to put in that. I ended up doing that because it's just kind of standalone. To my right are books that I have unread. To my left are books that I have read. And then right in front of me on one side is Christmas and things. And then on the other side is nonfiction. So I'm not really sure what to put back there, but the whole idea of moving things around is so exciting. So I might do that. And then I thought I would tell you too, tomorrow is my sister's birthday. And yeah, you guys, a lot of you know Alana. She used to have a channel. She doesn't anymore, and she took it all down. But she is also who I call the book fairy. And so she is just wonderful. She is a minimalist kind of. And so she doesn't want to own a bunch of books, but she still hauls them and then gives them to me, which is so wonderful. So Alana is awesome. And tomorrow's her birthday, and I just want to celebrate her. But I got her two different things. So this first one is the Book Lover's Cup of Tea, because she loves books, she loves tea. And if you can see on the back, it's this little book, and it's a tea seeper or whatever you call it. I don't know what they're called. I'm not a tea person, but you put your tea in that and put that in your cup, and it's so cute. And so I'm really excited. I hope she likes that. She is also a cat lover and a cat mom. So I got her this wallet that is just so cute. So cute. And the little things are little fish, and it's rainbow. This is just so cute. I am so excited to give this to her tomorrow. So I hope she likes it. I really if she doesn't, I don't even like cats really, but I love this wallet. So, I just wanted to show you that, because buying gifts for bookish people is really hard, especially people who don't like to own books, because there's a ton of books I could have bought her, but I know she would read it and then give it to me, and so that's kind of not the best gift for her. And so I didn't know what to get her, and I don't know. So those are some ideas if you're looking for a gift for a bookish person who maybe doesn't want to have a lot of books. I don't know. But so last night, if you saw the last vlog, I ended 2020 with a 4.5-star read. So good. It was The Forever Girl by Jill Shalvis. Go back and watch that vlog if you want to hear me talk about that incessantly. But then this morning I picked up another book, and it is Always the Last to Know by Kristen Higgins. That glare is going to be terrible, but this book, you guys, is so good. So I picked this up because I love Kristen Higgins, but also Sarah from The Bookish Knitter told me that she loved this book. It was kind of the right book at the right time for her. And so I don't know, she didn't know, would she love it at all times, but I figured I would pick it up. And you guys, I think this might be the one book that Sarah and I agree on, and that we both love, because Sarah and I, we have very similar reading tastes. We pick up a lot of the same stuff, but most of the stuff she loves, I'm meh, and most of the stuff I love, she's meh. And we just recently found one that we both really don't like, but we have yet to find one that we both really like, and I think this might be it. So this is about a mother and two daughters. Those are the perspectives we get, and the father has just had a stroke, and so he is in the hospital, and they are facing the potential loss of this man. And so we get to hear the mother's perspective and like what the relationship was like between her and her husband, as well as like their history. They have a history of infertility, and how that impacted their marriage and all of that. And then each of the daughters had a different relationship with their dad. So one of them was definitely closer to the mom and very, she was the oldest. And so the mom like really spent a lot of time with her doing a bunch of different things. Like they just kind of bonded. And then the younger one is a lot different than the older sister, and she really bonded to the dad. So we're getting to see all three women and their perspective, as well as like their lives, but their perspective on the potential loss of this man. And I love all of the perspectives. I love them all. I can kind of relate to them all, and I want to know what happens with these women. Is the dad okay? And I don't know. And you guys, this book, like, my dad is alive and well. He's a wonderful man, and this book has me like emotional and about all of it, like about from the daughters, the idea of losing their dad, from the wife of like what my husband means to my daughters and what they would feel like in this situation, as well as like the infertility things and how that impacts a marriage. Like this book is just so good. So good. So Sarah, thank you for making me pick this up. I'm like maybe a third of the way through, maybe even quarter. I'm not that far into it, but I am loving this so far. So today I'm going to go feed Annie and then make lunch, and I don't really know. Today is hopefully just a super productive day. I've got a lot I want to do, a lot I want to film. I've got all these books on the ground, so I need to deal with those, and that's really the plan for the day. So hopefully get a lot done, and I'm hoping to be able to pick this up. I have it on audio as well, so my like ideal afternoon would be putting in an earphone and like just getting stuff done all day. I really hope it happens, but I'm going to go eat lunch, which sometimes that makes me like, oh, crash. So we'll see what happens, but I will check in later. Hey everyone, it is Saturday at almost 2 o'clock, and I'm just getting on to update because this morning has gone by so fast, but it was so fun. So today is my sister's birthday, and so her and her family, as well as her best friend from life, I mean, like they've been friends since we moved to Kansas, which I was 4 when that happened. So they have been friends forever, and she is like another sister. They all came over, and we had a little garage visit, and you guys, those things are just like life-giving to me. Being surrounded by the people I love. My sister's boys are 12 and 13, and they're so good with my little girls, and it's just so fun. And they went out and played outside a little bit, even though it's a whopping 36 degrees now. So it has kind of warmed up a little bit, but better them than me because we have a heater in our garage, so we were able to sit in there, and me and Annie and my sister and her friend stayed and just chatted, and it was just great. It was exactly what the doctor ordered. So we didn't get anything done this morning, but that's okay. This, like, my word of the year is intentionality. And so really being intentional about how I spend my time, and like just to be present in that moment and in those couple hours that they were here was so wonderful, and not be worried about all the other things. And so I really want to be more intentional about spending that kind of focused time. So that was awesome. And then they just left. We ate some lunch, and now I'm up here doing a little bit of filming before we put kids down, but we're like kind of running late today, so I'm hoping to put nap off until like 2:30, just so we can get a few more things done before everybody loses it, but you never know. So as far as, and so last night, I forgot to mention anything about it, and I did not vlog making it or anything. Like, the first thing I thought about it was like right as I was about to put the food away, but we ate our black-eyed peas. So it is like a superstition that you're supposed to eat black-eyed peas on New Year's Day for good luck for the new year. So I made, you cannot find like a bag of black-eyed peas in this town anywhere. So I had to buy canned, which is subpar at best. And so I just kind of made a skillet of a bunch of random stuff. I put okra, onions, celery, tomatoes, yogurt, shrimp, black-eyed peas, threw that all in a skillet, put a bunch of Cajun seasoning on it, and served it over rice. It was wonderful. Hopefully now that means it'll be a great new year, but I forgot to like take any video of that, so I put a little tiny clip of like the leftovers, and that's it. So as far as reading goes, I am almost done with Always the Last to Know by Kristen Higgins, and you guys, I hate telling you this, but it fell apart on me. It fell apart on me. I'm almost done, and I think I'm going to give it like 3.5 stars maybe. So this is about a mother and 2 daughters, and the dad has a stroke. And so they are all dealing with kind of their different relationships with this man and what the potential loss of him means and just how all of the dynamics work. The mother is definitely more fond of the older daughter, and the older daughter is much older, and she is an architect and has a family, whatever. And then the younger daughter is engaged or about to get engaged. She's got this boyfriend, and so the younger daughter is definitely closer to the dad, and they all have different things, and they are finding out stuff about the dad as he's in this coma, kind of not sure what's going to happen. And so we're getting perspectives from all 3 different women, all in third person, but we're getting like their point of view. And like, I loved it at first. I was really invested in all of them, but it's just like fallen apart. So the one sister, the architect sister, she's got like this woman who is competition. She's a lot younger and all that kind of stuff, and she is succeeding in work, and she's like her boss, and yet this young girl is getting all these accolades and getting all these big jobs and that kind of thing. And so there's just a whole bunch about her insecurity with that, her being upset with that, like, and it just takes a rabbit hole of her life. And then the other sister, like, she has got this boyfriend, she proposed and whatever, like, it's just a weird relationship. He's not a great guy. There's this one who got away kind of guy that now has a baby with somebody else, and so there's a lot of like emotional cheating going on, in my opinion, which I really am not here for at all. Like, there's a clear bad guy and good guy, but to me that does not justify cheating. Like, just break up with, like, just be done. You know, I don't know. Cheating is not a like definite deal breaker for me in books, but it's just not good for this. And like, I'm almost having a hard time keeping the girls separate in my head, like, you know, because there's such an age gap and because there's such a different relationship with the mother, but it's just, like, they're just not very defined characters. So the more I talk about it, the more I'm thinking like 3.5, which is just such a bummer because I started off so in love with this book. And the mom tells her and her dad's like story through like trying to have babies and all that kind of stuff. And that part is still interesting, I guess, but seeing where they are now, I don't know. It's just okay. And so the dad is, well, I won't say anything, but anyway, so that one kind of went downhill for me. I'll update for sure when I finish it, but probably 3 or 3.5 stars. So, I have decided, like, an impromptu additional 2021 goal is to track my reading on a spreadsheet, because some of you were shocked to hear that I don't, like, Goodreads is all I use. I don't track anything anywhere. And so I'm going to try. I found a really cool adaptation of, like, the Let's Read one. I forget what his name is. Bryce, I think, from Let's Read. He does a big one. Well, somebody adapted it and made it a little bit more simple, as well as like rainbow colored. And so I'm so excited to use that. And I'll try to remember to link it down below if you want to use it as well. So I think I'm going to do that. And I'm like, right now I'm really excited about using it. So I really hope that Steam keeps up, because it's got a lot of good things that would make wrap-ups so much easier. So fingers crossed. So another thing I picked up reading was Everybody Always by Bob Goff. And the little subtext is becoming love in a world of setbacks and difficult people. So I am buddy reading this with Krista from Books and Jams, and I love buddy reading with her. And this is a Christian nonfiction. Bob Goff is a pretty well-known speaker, and he is just a very energetic man. I think that is one very good way of describing him. He is just a larger-than-life character, and his books, I just recently read Love Does, and that was his first book, and I did not love it. So I'm really hoping this will be better. This Everybody Always, that we are just reading 2 chapters a day, so this will take us probably 2 weeks. And it's just about loving people like Jesus did. And so I am excited. The first 2 chapters were 18 pages, so I don't have a whole lot to say, but I'm excited to buddy read this with Krista, and I think it may be inspiring just to, like, this kind of challenges you to love the people who you maybe are harder to love, like either who you don't know well or who, like, make it hard. I mean, we all know those people who make it very hard to love on them, and so doing so because Jesus taught us to do so, and he commanded that we do so. So that's that. The only other thing to update today is I forgot to show you guys this yesterday, the monthly unread shelf tracker. I counted all of my unread books, and if you can see, I have 293. So, yeah. My goal then was to be 100 less by the end of the year, so that means 193, which sounds really nice. And like Always the Last to Know is the only one that I am planning on reading in the very near future that I don't have on my shelf. So I'm really excited to start adding titles to this list and start knocking them off the bingo and all the other different things. So excited for that. And I will check in when I for sure finish Always the Last to Know and if anything else fun happens. Hey everyone, it is Sunday and it's like 3:45. I'm just about to get Ainsley up. Annie has been kind of on her own schedule today, so she is just about to go down for a nap. So of course the girls are like, Tag, you're it. So thankfully though, just one kid at a time. I mean, like it would be nice to have them both down, but one kid at a time is nice too. So today I have fallen down a rabbit hole of organization, and like I start every day with my to-do list of things that I want to get done, and I start like putting stuff away in the garage, which then just led to like garage reorganization, liquor cabinet reorganization, like all these things that I'm like, this does not need to get done at all. And so like, I don't know, do you guys ever do that? Does that ever happen to you? And it's so frustrating because it's like, I have now all this stuff that I've got to get done, and I spent all morning doing other stuff, but I also did go through my pile of haul books and like kind of put notes on them about what they're about, because a lot of them, like, I don't even know, they were impulse grab. I'm just so like disappointed in myself, but also excited. Like it's equal parts excitement and shame. But so I went through that, and that took a long time, and that's just what I did all morning. Like today has flown by. So then this afternoon I've been editing and just eating lunch. Like, I don't know. Today I feel like I can't even tell you what happened. But as far as reading goes, I finished Always the Last to Know last night pretty early, and I ended up giving it 3 stars. Like it fell apart, you guys. It fell apart, and it went down so many tangents of like their life otherwise, which would have been fine, but all of the secondary characters were very much solely secondary characters. Like you could tell they were there to serve a purpose. They didn't have like, they're very flat. They did not have like much depth to them at all. So it felt very like hard to engage or care about these secondary characters and the stories involving them. They just were like blah, which then our main characters started to like feel blah, and it just really like started off so strong, had me emotionally hooked, and then just let it go. And so I gave it 3 stars, and I really don't care for it, and so that's that. So then I picked up Into the Wild by Jon Krakauer, and this is one that I've had on my shelf for a long time. This is the movie tie-in edition, and I hate those covers, but I read this, and I am going to give it 2.5 stars, you guys. I didn't love this one either. And so this one is about Jon Krakauer. It's a nonfiction about this Jon Krakauer. He wants to explore this guy. I can't remember what his name is, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, Christopher Johnson McCandless.
I guess. He is a guy, like a young man, who decided to like sell or burn everything he owns and just go into the wild. And he was like on this like vision quest because he had like Jack London and like authors like that he really wanted to like emulate. And so I don't know. He was like went into the wild, and John Krakauer wants to know why, what was going on. Like it's really a character study of this Christopher Johnson McCandless. And so he goes into the wild, and 4 months later, he's found dead. And a lot of people were like disgusted by him, and he was definitely not a very likable man, this Christopher Johnson McCandless. And so, like, I think John Krakauer is both trying to figure out like what happened as well as to like get in his mind and see what was going on. But this book, like, one, it's only 200 and let's see, 207 pages, I think is what it is, 207 pages. And so it's pretty short. And that being said, like, I feel like there was not enough about Christopher Johnson McCandless to make a full book. So John Krakauer instead put in like stories of other people who went, like this is all in Alaska around Mount McKinley and things. And so he like put in stories of other adventurers and then put in kind of some of his own stories about him and his dad's and issues and things. And like I felt like there were parts that were just kind of filler. And so the way he writes this book is trying to find people who interacted with this guy, reading this guy's journal, and then also like walking the steps that he walked in some regards. And so it was interesting. And like this guy, I want to call him a character, but he was a real guy, was very, very interesting for sure. And like there's nothing on page, but there's definitely some mental health issues going on. It briefly touches on sexuality, and again, there's nothing on page, so I'm not going to even attempt to label anybody, but this guy was just, he was a very interesting individual. As a character study, this was interesting, and like kind of finding out what he did and why he did it, or what his mindset was when he did it. But like at times too, I was like, wait, what is the point of this book? Like, are we just trying to get in his head? Are we trying to figure out details of what happened? I don't know. I just felt like a little bit uninterested at times, I guess. I don't know. I hate to say that, but this book, I was so excited to pick it up because it gave me Dead Mountain vibes at first, which is a book that I read years and years ago and loved. And I read that with a group, so maybe that's why, but this one like kind of gave me those vibes, but then it was not nearly as good. So 2.5 stars on that. So it is Sunday. I'm going to try to get back in the like routine of vlogging the weekends, like Friday to Sunday and then Monday to Thursday. And so I'm going to end this vlog here. I also, like you guys can probably tell, I just am so tired that now like the kids are swapping. I'm going to get Ainsley up, and I think Jeremy's going to take her out on a walk because it is 52 degrees, which is just like a balmy summer day here in Kansas. So I think he's going to take her for a walk, and then hopefully I'll be left with sleeping Annie. Tonight is Sabbath snacks, and so we are just going to be doing, I don't even know, freezer food or something. I don't know. I think I'll make pancakes, but nothing too like intense for dinner, so that's good. So I will do editing or maybe some relaxing or maybe some reading. I don't really know. Going through all those books like really had me motivated to read off my shelf, so I might pick something up. I don't even know. So check in with me in the next vlog to see what I pick up, and thank you for watching.